Guys, so we are back for another, should we call it episode? Video. Another video. Today we are going to be doing a bunch of different things. Let me just go live. And I looked at the questions and saw what you guys were interested in knowing and getting more information about. And the topics were kind of like all over the place. So, man, this multitask is hard. So actually that's your job, Londynn. You wave to people. No, I mean on the phone. When stuff pops up, you got to pay attention. That's your job. So because it's like such an array of things that people ask, they wanted to get information about. I'm going to try to cover it as much and as best as I can. But what I wanted to do, because it was a topic, was people were asking me about wigs. And as most of you know, I have a hair collection. I make custom wigs. And I wear wigs myself too. Which ties me into another topic that I was asked about, which is hair loss. And someone asked me about Monistat 7. And there's, it's been around for about a few years that some people are using that on their scalp to help them with hair loss and thinning edges. I can't say personally if it works or if it doesn't, but in terms of the science behind it and why some women would see some progress with that is that some people have alopecia and hair loss because they have scalp conditions and issues. You should always see a dermatologist if you are experiencing some form of hair thinning or hair loss that is abrupt. There's so many factors that go into hair loss and what could be causing it, but you should always, just as a safety measure, go see a dermatologist so that they can really look at your scalp and analyze it. And some of the reasons why you may be experiencing hair loss, there's postpartum. A lot of women experience that after they give birth because of hormonal changes. Changes in your diet, stress, if you're going through something or you even had a surgery, you can sometimes see shedding in your hair about 2 months after you experience that. Something popped up on the thing. Get on your job. So go tap it so you can wave. That's your job. So sometimes because of the way the hair phases work, what happens is you won't see that shedding in your hair until 2 to 3 months afterwards because of the phase of hair growth. There are 4 phases: anagen, catagen, telogen, and exogen. I will go into all of that in more depth in another video. Maybe I'll do that next week. But I just did want to address that question about the Monistat 7. Sometimes people see progress with it because Monistat, as women know, and I guess men know too, Monistat 7 is for fungus. It's for bacterial, it's like for yeast infection. So sometimes you have bacteria and a fungus on your scalp that when we think of fungus, we think of like, what do you think of when you think of fungus?
Mushrooms.
Well, of course, people don't have mushrooms on their scalp. But when you think of I know when I think of fungus, I think of like mold and like spores and cotton-looking bacteria. Like, yuck, that's what I think of. But just because you don't see that on your actual scalp doesn't mean there isn't fungus there, because there's bacteria on our skin. Like right now, there's bacteria on our skin.
There's bacteria in everything.
It's bacteria everywhere. So that's why I think some people see progress with it. Again, I can't personally say yay or nay. I don't think it would hurt for someone to try it, but just from things that I've looked up, because it's not the first time I heard about it. Sometimes people get headaches. What else did I see that they had? I think headaches was the only one I saw that was like a negative side effect from it. And so what they did was they mixed it with like hair grease and used it in that way. But the most important thing, whether you are having hair loss or hair thinning issues or anything anyway, is to keep your scalp clean. It's super important. You have to create a healthy environment for your hair to grow in. And the best way to do that is to make sure your scalp is clean.
Did you ever go in have you ever gone through any of the stuff you just mentioned?
Like what, hair loss?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've experienced hair loss. And I'm going to save all of that for next week. Good question. I'm going to save all that for next week. We're going to dedicate that video specifically to hair loss, but to tie it into something that I do and I can be helpful with, informing everyone, is wigs. So this is as crazy as it looks right now, and I wanted it to look crazy because I know some people who got some wigs that look crazy, and I'm part of that crew. Sometimes your wigs look crazy. I always tell my clients to take good care of their hair and to take good care of their accessory hair as well. And although I know it looks like I have not been taking care of her, I'm not gonna lie, she was in a corner somewhere. It's quarantine time. It's been some things. I mean, I'm not really going anywhere. No, it's not. That's like dust or debris, just stuff.
No wonder you found it in the corner.
Thanks, Londynn. So, what I'm doing now is I'm just detangling this unit, and this is a Remixx curl unit. So the Remixx curl unit is one of my most versatile units. It's also one of my favorites, and the reason for that is because it really mimics my natural hair, and you guys can see what that looks like right now. I actually have conditioner in my hair that I was deep conditioning. I got lazy and I just didn't rinse it out, and so now it's in there. But moving along. So it really mimics my natural hair, which is why I love it. And it's super versatile because it has such a pretty curl pattern. You can do twist outs on it. You can do rod sets. You can blow it out like I did here. I mean, it's not looking silky smooth because it's been through some things. And it was a while ago when I did that. But I also had a question about wig maintenance. And I was like, you know what? Let's cover that. So what I'm doing is the back of the wig is usually the part that is going to get tangled at some point or another. The same as with our natural hair. It just happens that way. It's the southernmost part. It's kind of the neglected part. It's back there. We don't pay attention to it because we don't really see it. So what I'm doing is I'm starting with that part. I'm kind of finger detangling the hair, and I want to just make sure before I go ahead and wet this unit that I have the tangles out, especially since the hair was blown out and straightened already. And when I was wearing this unit, I actually had left some of my hair out to blend with it. But I also wear this unit sometimes with all of my hair put away. I just wanted, I think I was doing a video to show y'all just the versatility of it. I can't really put it on right now because my hair is not really prepped. I'm seriously considering doing it. I wish we had a ponytail holder nearby. Do we? Yeah, I don't think that's gonna work. I know what I'll do. I'm gonna use these pins.
Bobby pin.
God had those pins be there so that I could do this for y'all. So, normally your hair would be prepped better than what I'm about to do. But I think the fact that I can maybe pull this off should hopefully encourage and inspire you guys that you got this. So right now I'm just going to try to get my hair to be as flat as I can, just so I can throw this on and show you guys what I mean by the versatility of it and how I've worn it with some of my hair out. Oop, that didn't work. With some of my hair out, as well as just full on with all of my hair put away. And then I'm going to wet it so I can show you guys how it curls up and how pretty it is when it is in its natural state. And let's see. Oh, so I know someone also asked me, like, okay, so what happens once you get a wig? Like, okay, I got my wig. Like, now what do I do? A wig is not an opportunity for you to neglect your hair. Some people do that. It's not the purpose of a wig. It's really for you to protect your hair. It's for you to kind of enjoy different looks or even the same look, but to kind of lessen your maintenance in a sense. But it doesn't mean to completely neglect it and no longer take care of it. The wigs that I create, most of them are created so that if you're natural or even if you're not, for you to learn how to properly care for your hair as well, but kind of like, all right, well, at least if I jack this unit up, it's a unit versus your own hair. I'm breaking all the rules today. I also always encourage everyone to put a wig cap on before you wear your unit. I always say always wear protection, but I'm doing this real quick. So I'm breaking a rule.
So is the headbands on that, like, is it supposed to be visible?
This? No. This elastic band is just to help make the wig more secure.
So you wrap it around your head.
You're going to see what I do.
Oh.
So you take the band and you put it on the back like that. See? Mm-hmm. And then I take the comb that's in the back and stick it under. In my nape, I know I look crazy. And then pull the unit forward. Like that. Now this would, y'all look crazy. This would look better if it didn't already look kind of crazy. But also if I just had better prep and if my hair was properly taken care of underneath, meaning either braided, twisted, or cornrow down. But it already looks a lot better. I think so. So, right. Sometimes I leave my hair out to blend with it, but I kind of created this unit so that I could not wear my hair out as well. So I think that was like a good transformation from what it looked like when I just was holding it up in itself, right? So what you think? Good? But this is how it is when it's blown out. It hasn't been flat ironed. This is just when it's blown out. It resembles a kinky straight texture. And now I'm going to remove it.
Wait, so is that real hair?
Of course. This is human hair. This is virgin steam processed hair. So you can color it. You treat it like you would treat your hair. You can color it. You can dye it.
I just thought that because some like plastic hair is like not that many. Some of them are like just plastic. So
right. That's a synthetic. Right. That's synthetic. And they even have synthetic hair now that is like heat safe. But this is 100% human hair. It's been steam processed to create the curl pattern that you're gonna see when I go ahead and
they kind of look like
wet it.
Just like a pinch, tiny. They kind of look like waves. Like if you look really, really, really closely.
What looks like waves?
Wig.
Well, it's a curly unit. Oh. I blow dried it. I blew it out. So I'll leave this hammer, grab a bowl of water. Is there anybody need to wave to? No. Okay, so I filled up a bowl with some lukewarm water. Where's the towel? Give me this blue one. The blue one. Yep, thank you. I'm gonna put this here because I already know it's about to get wet.
I don't know why that bleach stain just annoys me. Bless you.
Thank you.
That bleach stain just annoys me because it doesn't match up with the rest.
Because it's a bleach stain, and that's what happens when you drop your laundry off. Okay, so I'm gonna just put this in the bowl
already.
And I realize on this one, we need something because it's not really showing. Oh, gotta get improvise here. Okay, so I don't think that helped. There we go. So I'm really just gonna do what I would do, like if I was hand washing clothes. You don't have to be in the screen. It's okay. And I'm just pushing to make sure that the wig is saturated. And I'm gonna use my fingers because this is a curly unit. And I'm using this conditioner because it's cheap and because it's curl friendly. No, you can't. Use your hands. You have the gloves on. Y'all probably hear Jordan because he's playing on his game and he's loud. And this is my life during the quarantine. Ouch.
Why don't you just jab a hole in it?
Because I already did it. And then I wouldn't be able to close it back up if I did. And so, the conditioner's in there. It looks like soggy ramen.
Falling apart into a million pieces.
But I'm just going to do this to kind of swish it around.
And mix it.
And mix it. Yep. And I don't want to do that while I could have did it beforehand. I don't want to do that while the hair is in there because what I would actually be doing is encouraging it to tangle. I usually tell people when it comes to the curly units, you should do this depending on how often you're wearing it, every week to 2 weeks. You got to take care of your hair. And you got to take care of your unit as you would your normal natural hair. I wouldn't want you guys to go so long without shampooing your natural hair either. Just, Londynn, don't worry about it. It's okay. So you can see the unit is curling up. Going back to its natural curl pattern. And so what you want to do is finger detangle as much as you possibly can. When your unit, if you have a curly unit, as I would say with your curls as well, you want to avoid combing your curls. Unless they're damp, it's better to finger detangle and then use a wide tooth comb or a Denman brush. Because if you comb your hair, especially with a rat tail, all right, now you can go get him. 12 is chewing on the wire, which I knew he would do. You will comb all your hair out. You will rip it out. Never, ever, 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 please never, ever comb your hair with a fine tooth comb, especially while it's curly. You're going to damage, rip out, and break off your curls. It's not a good look. It's just unnecessary. and it's going to be difficult for you to do, and you want to work smarter and not harder. So now I'm just actually taking the conditioner and smoothing it over the unit like this. And if you're doing this regularly, as well as if it were your own hair, it gets easier. You kind of are going to train your hair to do what you want it to do. I'm going to take the Denman brush and just detangle it from the ends and work my way up. And what I'll do is I will post a picture on my IG of what it looks like once it's dry. Because you can diffuse it if you need to. Like if it was a situation where like you gotta go in a few minutes or like an hour, not a few minutes, like an hour, and you like going out somewhere, but you decided to do this to your hair beforehand, you could either rock it like with the wet look, but if you want it dry and kind of looking even more natural, then you can diffuse it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to let it air dry because I like how it looks like that. It's pretty. But like I was also mentioning earlier in this video, you can also rod set the hair. You can do 2-strand twists on it. So you can do a twist out. It's really fun. It's really fun. It's natural. And it's a way for you to just experiment and have like better feelings towards natural hair, curly hair, especially since it's not on your scalp. It'll be easier for you to style in that way. And then you can learn some things that you can actually start to implement in your own hair regimen. All right. So she is pretty much detangled now. Looking good. And I mean, I feel like if you look at it, I want y'all to remember what this looks like. Because, let me change this. I want y'all to remember what this looks like. Because we're going to do my hair. And you'll see that it's a similar curl pattern. So the Remixx curl was definitely kind of created and derives from my natural hair because I love my curl pattern. I love my hair texture. I love my hair. And I love how versatile my hair is. I love how versatile hair is, period. But I feel like that's the beautiful thing about naturally curly hair is that we can be straight when we want to be straight. We can be curly when we want to be curly. We can be a little straight and a little curly at the same time. You can just switch it up. And in hair, just in general, the beautiful thing about these units is they allow you to be any of those things at any given time on any given day without full commitment to it. So there she is. I'm going to real quick rinse this out, and I'm going to real quick wet my hair because bonus, I'm going to be, Londynn is going to be rinsing my hair for me because, just because. I feel like I need something new, something different.
And plus, this is a big learning opportunity for
if you ever what?
If I need to wash this hair in some scenario, I don't know.
Yeah, that's true. Then I can be like, hey, Londynn, can you do mommy's hair? Since I'm always doing yours, I could be like, hey, you can return the favor. Okay. And actually, worth mentioning too, I don't think you guys really could see the lighting, but it's a little bit of a like redness to this. Like it's not full. You see it, right? It's like a little bit of a redness to it. And if you look at my hair,
it's kind of red.
It's kind of red. So the color that I'm using is Adore Black Velvet. Because it's a rinse, it'll rinse out. It's not gonna be damaging. And I just want to see what it's gonna look like. I love what my hair is like.
So it's a combination of black and red.
Kind of. And a little bit of purple, because you know how I feel about purple. So yeah. All right, let me take these pens out. Because I gotta look a little crazy with this piece sitting out. And like I mentioned at the beginning of this, I have conditioner in my hair that I just had let dry because I was deep conditioning and then I got lazy and I got caught up in making wigs because I had a lot of orders. Thank you to everybody who ordered a wig from me. And so my hair is actually pretty detangled already. Oh, she said you're so well spoken. You. She said you're well spoken.
Oh, thank you.
So it's pretty much kind of detangled, and I wanted to do that to make Londyn's life easier.
Thank you, Mom.
I know, that's what I'm here for. So let me rinse this out. You can see if there's anybody you need to wave to or any questions that pop up. I need, I thought I brought that towel out here.
The purple one?
Left it here, but I must have left it. I'll just go grab it. So she's rinsed out. That water is yucky. I don't know if y'all can see it. I know they can see it here. That water is yucky. Part of that is because it's conditioner too, though.
But I mean, it's white. If you make something with...
Well, no, conditioner is going to make the water cloudy. But there's dirt in there for sure. There was definitely some dirt that was up in there. Okay, guess who's Bizak? So you can get it. Well, no, you can sit there for now. Let me wipe my hair. Yes.
Are there any favorite movies you watch during quarantine?
Favorite movies I watch?
During quarantine.
It wasn't like any new movies that I saw that I hadn't seen before. What I did do was I got caught up on How to Get Away with Murder, but then I stopped because when it started getting kind of corny to me. I watched Ozark, stuff that you wouldn't know about. Programs that you wouldn't know about. Okay, so time for you to get up, my daughter.
I don't know why, but on my Chromebook, I watched Wicked again.
Oh, you did?
I don't know.
You liked it a lot?
I don't know if it's called Wicked, that movie with the three witches.
Hocus Pocus.
Hocus Pocus.
Okay, so my hair is wet. I rinsed out the conditioner. I think y'all could see what I was saying about the texture, how it matches.
Yeah.
What you think?
And
yes, no, and the color, which was like a beautiful mistake that just happened that way. So I'm gonna help you out by sectioning my hair into. Oh, you tired, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. And let's see. I'm not doing perfect parts. I'm kind of just doing finger sections. And I'm trying to get through this as quickly as possible because I know that y'all are getting ready to watch Jill Scott versus Erykah Badu. And I don't want to hold y'all. So I'm detangling my hair starting from the ends, working my way up to my roots.
What's that?
What's what?
The
Erykah Badu and Jill Scott.
Mm-hmm.
They're female singers. And they're awesome female singers. And they're going to be having a battle, like a song battle, on Instagram tonight. And I know a lot of people are going to be tuning in for that. So I'm trying to get us finished.
A lot of singers and basketball players have been doing that.
Basketball players been doing that?
Not like competing, but they were like talking a lot about basketball. And sometimes they would like get in debates about who's better.
Yeah, they do that regularly, but now that we're home and quarantining, it's a good way to kind of like lift people's spirits and, you know.
Do they have like rapper singing battles? Or do they just...
You mean rappers doing battles?
Yeah.
I don't know of any. I don't know of any that I would want to see either. But I don't know of any. All right, so what I'm going to do, Londynn, once I finish this side, you're going to start putting in the color while I detangle the other side because we're going to multitask. And so I thought this would be fun and just very like spontaneous for us to do because, of course, Londynn has no experience, but I have confidence in my daughter that she will do a great job. When I said, Londynn, why don't you color my hair? She was like, I don't want to mess it up. And I was like, I don't think you can mess it up. It's not really, I mean, one, you're my child, but also, you can't mess it up. Everything happens for a reason. And whatever way it comes out, I'll just be happy to say, my daughter did my hair. Mm-hmm. Okay, so I feel like I'm pretty, and y'all also could just see how quickly you should be able to, not you should, let me not say you should, but how quickly you possibly can detangle your hair. So put that like that real quick. Here, now let me tell you what you're gonna do, because you look like you went into that kind of aggressive, the way you just picked up both of them bottles. Yeah. You gotta chill. You gotta find out what you're doing first, okay? No, that's not what you're doing. That's not what we're doing. So I'm gonna put my towel on here. Stay a little protected. So the first thing I'm gonna be I don't have any petroleum jelly or Vaseline, but I do have some coconut oil. And normally I don't use coconut oil on my hair because my hair does not like it. A lot of people's hair don't like it. Some people do, but a lot of people don't. Coconut oil could be super drying. And as I mentioned in one of my previous videos, I think it's best for pre-pooing. Oh, wow. You ain't been doing your job. Look at all of these comments. Hi, everybody. Let's see. I'm going to talk about that. I'm going to talk about that once we get past this, because I think that's the last topic I'm going to cover real quick for this. So what I'm doing is I'm just protecting my face so that it doesn't turn black and purple, even though I trust my child.
So coconut oil, like kind of,
is like a base. It's so many. You can use oil. You can see I had grabbed my almond oil, but then I was like, nope, coconut oil was better because it's creamier. Let's put it around my ears. So it protects your skin so that the color doesn't stain it. No, it doesn't stain it. Right, absorb it, yes, but it doesn't stain it. Because I want my hair to absorb it, but I don't want everybody in my business. And they'll be like, oh, she down her hair. And I don't look crazy. Okay? I'll make you look crazy.
I won't.
I know you won't. So, protecting my face. I have like this is bothering me. It's like a little drop. Okay. So now, here's what you're going to do, daughter. you're going to take this section of hair over here. I'm going to take this to the center way. Finger detangle real quick. I'm always like, I'm so not prepared for these videos, and I'm trying to get better at it. But I was like, you know what? I want to be as authentic as I can with y'all, and I don't always be prepared, and I don't always have everything I need right away before these videos. And in real life, that's what happens sometimes too. As I get more familiar with this, then I'll get better at it. So just bear with me, please. But yeah, that was worth mentioning because I remember mentioning that to my clients too. I was like, Dag, that's what had me intimidated about doing videos. Was I was like, Dag, everything always looks so perfect, and my clients know that I can be a bit of a perfectionist. And I was like, I'm gonna stop because sometimes being a perfectionist prevents you from putting things out there and from getting started. So I'm gonna stop doing that. Londynn ain't doing her job because she's supposed to be waving to y'all and telling me what y'all saying, but it's okay because she's about to have another job anyway. So I'll do your job.
I got fired.
While you turn into me. Yeah, you fired. But you lucky because you got hired for a new position real fast. So here you go. You're gonna start with the back first. Here's your section. Back there is the section. Oh. And what you're gonna do is, let me put some gloves on because I already know how this is gonna go. Huh?
So the right one or the left one?
Which one did I detangle?
You detangled.
Was you paying attention? No, I didn't. I didn't do this side yet. This side. Oh. I don't want you to put color in the side that I didn't detangle. Come on, girl. You gotta pay attention if you're gonna be doing this type of work. So, put my gloves on. I'm gonna do this section first so I can show you what you're supposed to be doing. Okay?
Okay.
So, you're gonna start from here. See what I'm doing? Yeah. Pour the color in, it came out.
Yeah.
And then work it in there like this. Why are you making that face?
What face?
The face you're making.
Because it seems like you're only doing part of it.
I am only doing part of it right now. I'm doing what's called the mid shaft. So I'm starting from away from my roots, and I didn't do the ends. I did the middle, and then I'm working it in, right? Right?
I thought you were ombreing your hair or something.
No. Oh, listen to you, ombreing. Like you know about some ombre. What you know about ombre? Means. Now, are you paying attention to what I did?
Yeah.
Okay. So then I went in and did what?
You squirted the color in.
Where?
Like near your roots.
Right.
And then you.
And I'm working it in.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm finally doing what?
You're putting in the color.
I'm doing what? What are these? What part of my hair is this?
The end.
Yeah, what's wrong with you? I'm not trying to trick you. Okay, you ready to do this section?
Yes.
There's the color. I'm going to clip this out your way. Set you up for success. There you go. And I'm going to be detangling over here while you do that. Nervous?
Yeah.
I really gave you the hardest section because you got to go near my face. This is the section you're doing, Londynn. What are you doing?
No.
Are you spacing out on me?
No. Wait, I'm doing that?
Yes. What's happening here? I'm detangling this. You're coloring this.
Oh.
I don't know if I could trust you now.
I'm sorry.
I don't know what Jordan is laughing at, but it's really funny. And make sure, there you go. Good job. And you got to kind of look at my hair to see if you got enough on, as much as you needed to put on there. All right, we got like 5 more minutes. So while Londynn is doing that, the last thing I'm going to touch on is I know some people right now are struggling with whether or not they should cut their hair. I know y'all are paying more attention to your hair than usual. Y'all probably are like, oh my gosh, my hair, my ends, I need a trim. They look raggedy, it's damaged. The first thing I've told several people is, girl, put the scissors down. Unless you know what you're doing, leave that hair alone. Try to not even try, just keep it as protected as you can until you could get back in to see your stylist. But if you have to like go ahead and do it, then I'm gonna make y'all go through some steps to ensure that y'all absolutely really do need to do it. So for one, you need cutting shears. You can't use household scissors, no hardware scissors, not the big doofy joints that you cut the scissors, not the joints with the orange handle. No, you do not use those to cut your hair. Are you done?
Yes.
I ain't see you do my roots or my ends.
Right.
Come on, Londynn. I set you up for success. Take care of your mama. Make me look. Did you do my roots first?
Huh?
Did you do my roots?
No.
So why are you doing my ends? So that's the first part. You have to get some cutting shears. You have to.
What's the difference?
The blades, the metal, you will actually end up doing more damage to your hair if you don't cut your hair with the right scissors. And actually, we don't even call them scissors. We call them shears. So that's number one. You have to get you some cutting shears. 2, it depends on the level of damage your hair is experiencing. If it's extremely bad, this is the time for you to sit your behind down and wait until you can see your stylist. If it's just like a trim, like, oh, I just need to trim my ends and they look like straw or they're just bad, and it's like a little bit of hair that needs to go. And when I say a little bit of hair, I'm talking about maybe like a 1/2 inch to an inch, like, which looks like that. Then okay, let's proceed. In that case, what you're gonna do is
you're getting bonus head massage.
I see. I had to pause a little bit because I appreciate that. That feels nice. What you're gonna do is section your hair. Depending on your hair texture, if your hair is curly, then again, abort mission and wait until you see your stylist. If your hair is straight, it may be a little easier for you. You take, I'll show you with the brush. And if you have curly hair, then you could do it too, but I really just don't think y'all should. Think you're about done with that section? All right, so you can move to this one.
Okay.
So what you do is you section your hair in 4 parts, like mine kind of is. And if you have curly hair, you take your hair and you put them in twists. You take sections and you put them in twists. You twist your hair like this. And then you take the scissors. This is curly hair edition. Sorry, straight hair. I left y'all for a second. You twist your hair, and the hairs that are sticking out are the ones you trim. If you have straight hair, then you take your hair in sections. And I can still do this because the way my curl pattern is, I can make this a little straight to show y'all. You take your hair in sections. You create tension and pull your hair like this. And the parts that are see-through, you trim. I just don't want y'all to cut your hair. Why y'all ask me that? Don't. That's the answer. The answer is don't. Now I feel bad that I even told y'all some tips. But I'd rather give y'all some tips than for y'all to just go on a search and destroy mission and ruin your hair. If you really, really can, though, try to avoid trimming it yourself. Hold out and wait. Because the worst thing you could do is to F your hair up because you weren't patient. And then put your hair in even worse condition than it was before this all started. Because even more hair is gonna have to go. Yes, baby.
I got a little bit of dye.
It's okay. I have stain remover. All right. So it's coming up on 7 o'clock. I know y'all getting ready to go see Jill Scott and Erykah Badu. And even if you're not, I don't want to hold y'all for too long. Londynn is going to finish me up, and I will show y'all how my hair is looking afterwards. I will post some pictures on my Instagram. Please subscribe, put your notifications on, share, tell other people. I'm really trying to grow my channel. I'm trying to stay encouraged and motivated. Sometimes it's hard, but I really need you guys' help in sharing and spreading the word. Thank you, but come on, man. You got on gloves. You're getting on me. And on your shirt. Yeah, but you got it on me. So that's it for now. We'll see y'all next week. We'll be talking about hair loss, causes, solutions, options, and all that good stuff. As always, send me your topics that y'all would like for me to discuss. Why you stop doing my hair? You about to get fired again. Yes. Come on, but you gonna leave me with 3/4 of my head color? Please like, share. Londynn is getting color all on me, y'all.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay. She's fired. I guess it's that. That's how we know it's time to end this. All right, y'all. I'll see y'all next week.
Sorry.
Bye. It's okay, baby.